21st Emmaus Borough Council meeting to order. Please rise. Bless you. Personal appeals, part 1. Anyone with a personal appeal, please step forward, sign in, and state your name and address for the record, and you have 5 minutes. Hearing none. Community minute. Any member of council have an item for community minute this evening? No? Nothing? Mr. Schubser?
I'm good.
No, you're good.
I'm very
Okay.
tired. I mean, basically, no. My only community minute would be we just got back from Reno with the Emmaus wrestling team, so they finished 17th out of 112 teams, so they did a great job, 3 medalists, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Very good. Thank you. Special presentations. Mr. Mayor, I'm going to call on you. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. Okay, officers. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I,
Adam Polford,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend the Constitution of the United States,
and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Pennsylvania Constitution,
Pennsylvania Constitution,
the laws of the Commonwealth
the laws of the Commonwealth
of Pennsylvania,
of Pennsylvania,
and the ordinances of the Borough of Emmaus,
and the ordinances of the Borough of Emmaus,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and defend against all enemies,
and defend against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will uphold,
that I will uphold,
obey, and enforce the law
obey, and enforce the law
without the consideration to a person's race,
without consideration to a person's race,
color,
color,
sex,
sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation,
sexual orientation,
age,
age,
national origin,
national origin,
ancestry,
ancestry,
handicap,
handicap,
or disability.
or disability.
That I take this obligation freely,
That I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
discharge
discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
with fidelity
with fidelity
as a patrolman
as a patrolman
in the Emmaus Police Department.
in the Emmaus Police Department.
Congratulations.
Wait. Yeah, I can duck behind those boys.
Are you photo shy?
Chief Faust. Come here.
Now you're in trouble.
Before Chief Faust leaves the chambers this evening, I'd like to publicly congratulate him for receiving the Colonel John Schaefer Award. You were the recipient this year of that award, and I'd like to publicly thank you and congratulate you for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know better.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh. All right, we have some more fun activities to do this evening. And again, I'd like to call on the mayor.
Well, it's too bad the head coach isn't here, because I couldn't give her another key to the Prairie Emmaus. I gave her 3, she gave me 1 back, and the locks don't change. Anyway,
Not yet.
the girls, team come up. Right up front. And the coaches, if there's some coaches here too.
I have to get back farther than Nate. A lot of people would get my photograph.
Destiny. Destiny, is that your basketball? Washington.
I'll get back there.
So their main coaches are here tonight? God, I think I play golf with her.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll read the proclamation and each one of you will, okay? I assume you're the coach. Coach, good. Okay, well then, you can hand them out to the girls then, okay? Okay. Proclamation 2015, Emmaus High School Field Hockey State Champion, in recognition of head coach Sue Put-Staven. Whereas on Saturday, November 21st, 2015, at the Zephyr Sports Complex, Whitehall, Pennsylvania, the Emmaus High School girls field hockey team defeated Palmyra High School by a score of 1-0 in overtime to become the 2015 Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association Class AAA Field Hockey State Champions. And whereas in so doing, the Emmaus girls successfully won their 11th state title, and this 2015 championship team finished its season 27-0, scored 175 goals, and ranked 2nd in the state and 3rd nationally. And whereas in the course of the 2015 season, the team won the Eastern Pennsylvania Conference Championship and the District 11 AAA Championship. Now therefore I, Winfield Yopes, Mayor of the Borough of Emmaus, on behalf of Borough Council and the entire Emmaus community, extend our sincere congratulations to Coach Sue Put-Staven, under whose training and guidance has produced many championship teams in the past, and has now produced yet another. The 2015 Emmaus High School State Championship Field Hockey Team, Sue, your record proves what an exceptional coach you are, and we are all proud of you and your team's outstanding achievements. And to quote top of the circle, the finest team in all the land. Furthermore, I proclaim the week of December 21st through December 25th, 2015, shall be celebrated as Emmaus High School Field Hockey Team State Champions in Emmaus, Pennsylvania, done this 21st day of December 2015 in the borough of Emmaus, Lehigh County, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, girls. Okay, you bet. There you go.
Did you watch the parking? They tried hard. The last quarter was the best part. They raced back.
Because I watched it. I go to
Oh, you did park? Oh, the band's good.
So we've gone to their games over the year.
If anybody wants to take it,
This year, they started slow. They've been the second team. Any other guys? Yeah, they would have scored once or twice.
I can't believe you took the
Yeah, I think it was the championship. That, they're wide receivers. When they're supposed to be in the pictures. You need to be in there while they're taking the pictures. Yeah. That works.
What would you take a picture of?
shows his nose.
Oh, God. That's what he wanted. You want one of his nose? Hey, you know how to have a good time.
These guys will drive me nuts.
That's true. Oh, did she?
We didn't know that.
Once again, something I must have.
I said, we're going to do the agenda now. And we can follow everybody else.
Yeah. I think field hockey's only double.
Oh.
Go easy on the stick, all right?
It's like swimming.
Oh,
Only double, sure. Oh, wrestling. Wrestling's only double.
no, I thought I never shot you in the final quarter. I really did.
Just lost points over time.
You are so bad. You are so bad.
Southern Columbia.
No, they have a good team.
Well, they won the double team.
I couldn't
They won the state. The single way for years and years and years. Last, or 2 years ago, they got pushed to double A.
Berwick used to win all the time.
They were triple A. Southern was always single A. 2 years ago, they got pushed to double A.
Six
Another
times.
6. That's,
I think you
no, if they're gonna divide it up, they should somehow.
Watch this.
Private.
Well, that's been the problem from schools can do, which is what they do.
Well, that I am a Jew.
You mean the Catholic League down in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They set the final for 17-13.
Yeah. One nice concert.
You know what I mean?
That's why, now Indiana changed it. When I was growing up,
Through the other week,
all high school teams played each other without regard to class. That's how the movie Hoosiers came about, because that school would never play like, well, I grew up in Indianapolis, so we had bigger, I mean, we had like 4,000 kids.
Definitely good. It's one of my campaign. Reno was on the back of that binder. It's the inside of Florida. I had one of the campaign posters. I was upset.
Just gonna wait.
Until everybody clears out, yeah.
I cleaned out my desk today. Everything's done. Yeah. She's an Army,
That,
That must be a man thing. Wait, I always had to go talk to anybody. Somebody went up before. They were on the way. Any day, that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was just a joke. I went through your captain.
All right, gentlemen, are we ready to get back to our agenda? Unfortunately, we do have some borough business to conduct.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
nobody's here.
Yeah, our audience left. How about that?
There's some
The
people here.
diehards are here. All right. We'll get back to our agenda. For the record, Mr. Barrett will be late, or he may not be joining us at all this evening, just for the record. All right, in your binder, we have the reading of the minutes from the December 7th council meeting. Is there a motion to dispense with the formal reading of those minutes? Motion by Mr. Brown, is there a second? Second by Mr. Labenberg, discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes, additions or corrections? Motion to adopt is drafted. Motion by Mr. Brown, is there a second? Second by Mr. Anders, discussion? All those in favor? There's 6 ayes. Decision on bids. We have nothing this evening. Communications. First letter in your binder comes from Terry Sarong McManaman in reference to the Winter Snow Blast Festival that is scheduled for Saturday, February 6th, requesting to use Triangle Park from 9 a.m. To 4 p.m.? Is that correct, Terry? Okay. She has a list of requests, and also to use Borough Hall from 9 to 4, for the community room, the gallery hallway, chambers. There's nothing out of the ordinary that I can see.
Give it to staff?
Excuse me?
Give it to
Shelley?
staff?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary in the request.
Yeah, there's one discussion item that we do want to kind of go through. They want to
Oh.
change,
They want to use the fountain.
yeah, they want to change where they're doing the sculpture. Am I
Sculpting.
right, Terry, when I say that?
You want to build scaffolding over the fountain. Okay.
They do in their letter request that the Public Works Department assist with that. I think that's the only major change other than the idea that it's an all-day event this year rather than, what they've been doing the previous several years.
Well, it used to be a 2-day event, so. I have no problem with staff handling this, as long as the Public Works Director is involved in this. Because if we send it to committee, we may not have an answer by February because of reorganization. Go ahead, Mr. Anders.
Just out of curiosity, I guess it's just the 5x5 square of ice seems so tiny for that poor princess, and she's like confined. Could that ever be any larger?
If Public Works had a different truck, yes. That 5x5 fits the flatbed of the truck.
Okay, I'm just curious. It just seems like she's like.
That's the only reason we made it 5x5.
Okay.
All right.
And just to point out, so when we had requested the Public Works, I've already been in contact with Shane and with John to ask consultation on the building of the stage over the fountain, but we are looking for a company to actually build that for us as a donation.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't want the hardship to go to Public Works if it was snowing.
Mr. Laidmark?
Who would be handling the insurance on that? The liability?
Well, so, I mean, that is all borough insurance, because, I mean, they're an entity of the borough.
Right.
But like the sculptor and things like that, they carry their own insurance as well.
And they will carry it, Brent, because of the stage. They carry extra insurance if they're actually on top of a stage.
Yeah.
And this is common for sculpted ice to do that on a stage. It would only be not even 3 feet high. And that's why they ask for the footprint of the stage to be 12 feet in diameter, so that he's got enough space. His footprint is very small.
I think it's awesome. I mean, obviously more people can see it. That's the reason for doing it, right?
Right. And we had also, the other change that's in the request is that we have bleachers there
Right.
because we have other things going on. And we figure during the whole day, there will be something for the community to actually sit and watch.
Is there ice flying though? Because if he's up higher and it's flying.
They said that it's no different than if he were on the ground.
Okay. Those are the only concerns I have.
Anybody else have any questions? All right, then I'll just refer this to staff at this point, because we do have reorganization in January. Until committee assignments are made, I'm afraid this might fall through the cracks, so we'll just refer it to staff. The next item comes from Seven Generations, Michelle Costello, who is a first grade teacher. The students of the first grade are looking to build bat houses and place them next to the community garden. Mr. Pepe, didn't they do this in the past?
Yeah,
Did they do
I think it's-
birdhouses or something?
I think it was birdhouses. It's been a
Birdhouses?
little while.
I want bats.
It's a different project every year, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always in that location.
They have, I had received some correspondence from one of their other teachers. They have a number of things they'll be writing to us about in the near future.
Mr. Langberg?
I would say that's fine. Granted, they stay in touch with John with regard to where they want to put them.
He would have to be involved in that decision.
Right, just to
Yes.
make sure he's aware of where they're going, and that it suits him.
Mr. Anders?
I just think it's great to have the schools be part of the community and wanting to do some things that will, you know, help. I mean, they did a great, I mean, it's pretty neat, all the letters they wrote, and drew, you know, had the pictures and that. So it's just, I think it's a great thing, and I see no issue with it.
Anyone else have any further comments, questions, concerns?
It's pretty cool.
I think I'll just refer this to staff as well, as long as Mr. Dyschala stays in the loop with that as well.
I'll speak with him tomorrow, and we'll also write, because every one of them took the time to write
They
a letter.
all
I'll
did,
write a letter
yes.
to the class on your behalf.
Thank you.
Unless the mayor wants to write 16 separate letters.
They're all
were
addressed to you, Mr. Mayor.
They're all addressed to you.
Yeah, they,
See, they love me down there. Because that's my level of education.
Oh, goodness. All right, Borough Engineers Report. We have nothing, Mr.
You
Langberg.
always ask, does anybody have any?
No, we're
other
not there yet.
correspondence?
Oh, yeah, we are, I'm sorry. Does any
apparently
member
he's
of
holding a
council?
letter.
And I almost never ever have one, but I have two tonight. I don't know if anyone else received a letter.
All right, Mr. Langberg.
I don't know if there's anyone else who received a letter from a Carlene Kipp. It was addressed to me, Public Works Department, and it's basically a concern about the safety at the three-way stop here at 4th and Broad Street. So I think it should probably go to Safety Committee.
just
So I have
addressed-
that, and it's, she's from 136 Crestway, Emmaus, PA, dated December 11th. And then also, my wife received a letter. It says, Borough of Emmaus, congratulations due to an increase in available funds for 2015-16 Project Stream awardees. I am sending you a check for an additional $53 to use towards your project. Your new grant total is now $1,368, all reporting on the 2015-16 Project Stream grant must reflect this new total. So I will present this check to Shane,
Yes, please.
and that's the Arts Council, or not the Arts Council. Is it?
Yeah.
The arts.
Yeah,
The arts.
Arts Council.
Very good. Does anyone else on council?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
That's
the grant is from the Arts Council.
oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
We'll find it.
Strike that from the record, please.
Paula, disregard. Anyone else on council have an item for communication? Mr. Pepe, do you have anything?
I do not.
Mr. Mayor?
No, I do not.
All right, very good. Borough Engineers Report. We have no engineer this evening. We have no report. Solicitors Report. Attorney Dimick.
Well, thank you. Very briefly, Shane has asked me to look into the LCA charges that they're seeking to impose upon the borough for past years, claiming that they were prior estimates. So I just got it today. I will be looking into it, and I'll give you a full analysis once I
So they're looking at
try
you.
to understand
They're
it.
looking at you
Well-
confused because they have not heard it yet.
All right.
Mr. Pepe and I
should
were the
tell you
only
that-
two privy to that information.
Okay, I should just tell you in a nutshell. LCA has submitted a bill for $117,300 and some $1,000 for a 5-year period. I am looking very closely at it. And obviously, to get to submit it right the night you're or a couple of days before your budget is going to be passed and your taxing ordinance is going to be passed tonight is quite troubling. So I will look at it very carefully.
So Leanne and I were surprised with an 8:30 a.m. meeting on Thursday. This is when they decided to call Wednesday afternoon and get on my calendar with Kathy. I was out of town Friday at the labor attorney's office all day. They're making the claim that because of their mistake and the city's mistake over a 3-year period, they're trying to play catch up, and now we're getting bills for their mistakes, is what it comes down to.
Based on volume or based on?
Based on
Their
their
calculation.
calculations. We want the solicitor to go through this before we even trouble ourselves. I then had an afternoon meeting with them, and let's just say I won't get a Christmas card from their organization. Because it didn't, they thought that they were going to skate through that meeting, and I made it very public in front of everybody that was there that we do not appreciate the way that this was handled.
Is it just us being billed or are there?
Oh, yeah, us. They're also telling, I mean, on December 18th, they're also telling their LCA partners that they're getting like 30% increases on water rates and things like that. So after he digests it, we'll have a legitimate discussion about the details and what it really means. Because I think we need to handle this on the legal side.
Sewer you're talking about, correct?
Yeah. But they handle water for most of the municipalities. And that's 2 years in a row they've dropped some kind of major bill on us after budget's already adopted. I told them they can figure out a way in front of our citizens to tell them how they're going to pay more money because we're adopting our budget tonight.
Correct.
Without an increase.
And that is my recommendation, is you go ahead and adopt your current budget. You can't wait.
But I will not be receiving a Christmas card from them. I can promise you that.
That's all I have,
All right.
Madam President.
Thank you. Unfinished business, Part 1. In your binder is ordinance 1133, an ordinance amending Chapter 26, Sections 105 and 106 of the codified ordinances. Is there a motion to read ordinance 1133 in short title? Motion by Mr. Labenberg, second by Mr. Brown. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes. Mr. Holzhafer, why don't you read this?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance number 1133, an ordinance amending Chapter 26, Sections 105 and 106 of the codified ordinances dealing with the water rate schedule and the billing and collection procedures for the Borough of Emmaus, Pennsylvania.
Motion to adopt 1133 as read. Motion by Mr. Labenberg, second. Second by Mr. Anders. Discussion. Roll call vote. Mr. Labenberg.
Aye.
Mr. Holzhafer.
Aye.
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Shubsta.
Aye.
Mr. Anders.
Aye.
Mrs. Gilbert votes aye. Ordinance 1133 passes. Also in your binder is ordinance 1134. This is an ordinance levying taxes for the fiscal year of 2016 for the Borough of Emmaus. Is there a motion to read ordinance 1134 in short title? Motion by Mr. Shubsta, second by Mr. Brown. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes. Mr. Holzhafer, if you would, 2, please.
Ordinance number 1134, an ordinance levying taxes for the fiscal year 2016 for the Borough of Emmaus at the rate of 5.1565 mils pursuant to Section 1310 of the Borough Code of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and a revenue-neutral levy based on the 2013 Lehigh County tax reassessment split between the general fund tax of 4.5254 mils and a fire fund tax of 0.6311 mils.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 1134 as read? Motion by Mr. Anders. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion. Mr. Brown.
I just, real briefly, just wanted to, this is our 4th year doing budget workshops, and, you know, in the previous, we really come a long way in our budgets, and, you know, I want to thank Mr. Pepe for doing that. You know, before, we would sit here till, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, going through and going, well, let's cut $5, let's cut $100. I really want to thank, you know, Mr. Pepe and the whole team here, council, just for really pounding out the hours to do this. And, you know, the one thing is that we can start seeing a little bit more down the road in the future of what's going to be hitting us. And, you know, some of the things that I think our residents need to know is that I can't go into some of the detail, but the one thing is with this whole firefighters union issue that's still in the air, that we still haven't gotten a response from the Commonwealth yet, is, you know, there's going to be possibly some kind of, you know, impact. Who knows? Is it going to be minimum? Is it going to be major? I don't know. But, you know, our residents need to know that in 2017 that could help. That could hit us. You know, and also, again, on top of LCA, their water, the infrastructure at the sewer, I think it's my understanding that there's going to be a renovation of the sewer plant coming up in the future here, and so that will increase our rates as well for the sewer usage. So I just want the people to know that, those, because of these workshops, we're able now to kind of forecast a little bit more with dump trucks and and ambulances and things of that nature. So again, I just want to thank you all for the process, and again, 15, 19 hours this year of doing this. So that's all I wanted to comment on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Mr. Anders?
Just one thing I did not hear Mr. Brown mention, and that was our department managers. Everyone from Public Works to police to fire, they spent that time here. They were invested in the process as well. So all of them should also let them know that we are very appreciative of their time, their efforts to help complete this budget.
Yeah, the one thing about our budget that makes the process, I think, more transparent and more fluid is the idea that all the departments and their employees are involved. That's why we start on July 1st. Each department manager gets a letter on July 1st. So this is a 6-month process. And that's why when you get something like LCA drops on us on Thursday, it makes you a little more than angry, because we spent 6 months putting together one of the few budgets in the entire region that isn't going to have a tax increase. And when you work to do that, and you get that on Thursday, it's, it is what it is. But I certainly appreciate everything that everybody puts into this thing.
Any further comments? Mr. Leibenberg?
Yeah, just the fact that we didn't increase taxes, I'm kind of proud of that, because I do read the newspaper a lot, and I'm seeing, I would say, more than 50% or close to 50% of municipalities in Northampton and Lehigh are increasing rates or some kind of fee. Some of them substantially. I know Allentown is, and some of the townships are. So it's nice to hold the line on taxes when you see others raising it. I feel bad for them, but I'm happy for our residents.
How true. Any further comments?
One last.
Mr. Anders?
Just Mr. Holtsafer, obviously this is his last budget as he's leaving us, and I do thank him for all his time and effort over there. I know he's Budget and Finance Committee, so I know he's put a lot of time and effort into doing this for the residents. So thank you, Brian.
I think we all have that sentiment. All right. Any further comments, questions, concerns? Roll call vote. Mr. Anders?
Aye.
Mr. Schubsta?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Holtsafer?
Aye.
Mr. Leibenberg?
Aye.
Mrs. Gilbert votes aye. We have 6 ayes. Ordinance 1134 passes. All right. New business, we have nothing. Unfinished business, part 2, nothing. Items not on the agenda subject to Rule 9. Any member of council have an item they wish to bring forward? Hearing none. Mayor's report. Mr. Mayor.
I don't have nothing, but I'm going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and good health to everyone.
Thank you. Same to you, Mr. Mayor. Committee reports. Public Works. Mr. Leibenberg.
I don't have anything on my agenda, but I do have highlighted plant tree at Community Park.
We have to
Are we
remove that item.
to take it off the table?
Yes.
I make a motion that we remove or take off, how will you pronounce?
Remove from table.
Remove from table the plant tree at Community Park.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Anders. Discussion? All those in favor? Do we have 6 items? We can now discuss it.
I believe Shane forwarded everyone, after our last meeting, I went around the circle. I went to my neighbor who paid for the tree. They're indifferent. They don't care if it goes there or doesn't. They're fine if it does. They're fine if it goes elsewhere. I believe there were like 3 people that said yes, they would like to see it there. And there were probably 4 that were indifferent also. And then there was 1 that was not home. So nobody objected to it. And I would like to make a motion that we plant a tree at Alpine Circle.
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Brown. Discussion? Mr. Anders.
Just a follow-up, was there any follow-up from Mr. Daishala as far as the plowing issue that we had?
Well, no, I mean.
Other than what he stated at the Public Works
Okay.
Committee
Yeah,
meeting.
his stance is his stance.
Okay.
I just
Mr.
wanted to say
Lindberg?
something, just an observation. In Allentown, they had all these concrete islands. They had one at, by the Parkway Shopping Center, also one on South 4th Street, they had one. And they took the concrete out and they planted trees and shrubbery and it looks beautiful. And I don't understand why it's an issue to plant one tree when they plant shrubs and all kinds of stuff. They plow snow there too. So I just want you to think about that.
Any other comments, questions, concerns? We have a motion that's been properly seconded. All those in favor? We have 5 ayes. Those opposed? Mr. Holzapher is opposed.
Our next meeting will be announced when we know what committees we're on. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Brian, wish you the best of luck. I know we had a lot of joking around over here. We didn't always agree on the issues, but we always knew where we stood, as well as with the rest of this council, because we always debate, and we always know where we stand, but there's usually some reasoning behind it. So I wish you the best of luck, and maybe someday we'll see you back.
Thank you.
Progress.
Thank you. I'm sure we can find something for him to do.
He may not want to do it.
Pool manager.
All right, health, sanitation, and codes, Mr. Schuster.
I have nothing for official action this evening, and we don't have a next meeting scheduled, so I'll report, I guess, progress.
I have a comment for you.
Yes.
Mr.
I
Holtz?
left a packet of information relating to geese on your desk. They were my notes and information from the state about what you can and can't do, and because that should be the future of your committee for probably the next 5 years.
Can I bring them up to your house?
As long as they're dead.
I can say that can be arranged, but nobody will.
That's
But
rough.
the information that I got from Fish and Wildlife and from the state is all in that packet.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you've done, you know, for me and everybody else.
Thank you.
And I wish you luck.
Thanks.
Progress.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation, Mr. Anders.
I have nothing for official action, but I did want to just make a quick note. As we all know, the weather's been really nice, and there's been a lot of children out in the playgrounds. And Parks and Rec actually did put in some of the new spinner I saw down at the Williams Street there, and the kids were loving it. So, I mean, you know, they were getting a lot of play time on the new equipment that we had. So I just wanted to thank Public Works again for installing that, and with this weather, you know, doing things outside and helping in the parks there. So just that, I have nothing, no next meeting, of course, until we determine who's on what committee, so progress.
Thank you. Public Safety. Public Safety has nothing to report this evening. We took care of our swearing in of our officers. Nothing until we have another meeting sometime in January. Mr. Holzapher, please consider serving on civil service. We still need an alternate for that position.
There you
I
go.
can consider it. Sure.
Would you please? Thank you. We will report progress from Public Safety. General Administration. In the absence of Mr. Barrett, Mr. Ladenburg, would you like to give that report?
Which one?
General Administration. I don't think there's anything that we actually need official action on.
There are some notes. Geez, a lot of empty sections here. Everybody has the memorandum. Anybody have any questions? If not, there's nothing to act on, and I will report progress.
Thank you. And it's sad and it comes to an end, but this is my final time calling on Mr. Holzapher to give budget and finance. Would you please?
I must. Thank you.
Yes, you must.
Let's start with the bill list. Resolution 2015-38. I'll read the resolution. Resolved by Borough Council to authorize payment of the December 21st, 2015 bill list as follows. Bill list, $198,164.03, $140,484.84. Payroll taxes, $48,277.95, for a total of $386,926.82. Done this 21st of December 2015, and I will make that into the form of a motion.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 5 ayes. Those opposed? Those abstaining? Mr. Brown is abstaining. If you could please put your reason in writing.
Thank you.
All right, next on my agenda would be adopting the budget. So Resolution 2015-36 is the resolution to adopt the 2016 budget. I will read the resolution. Resolution 2015-36, a resolution adopting the budget of the Borough of Emmaus for the 2016 fiscal year and appropriating from fund equities revenues and other financing sources available for the year 2016 for the specific purposes set forth therein. And I'll make that into the form of a motion.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes.
Moving on to the fee schedule, you'll find the fee schedule as Resolution 2015-37. In the fee schedule, you will see something very much like previous fee schedules. You'll also notice on your desk that there is a separate resolution that addresses charges to be enacted just for insurance companies for the purpose of fire services. And that other resolution will wait until next year for more discussion. So we need to move on with the fee schedule. So I will make a motion to adopt Resolution 2015-37, the fee schedule for the year 2016.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion? Mr. Leidenberg.
As I mentioned before, I'd like to see put into the fee schedule that Emmaus Veterans Group get waivers for pavilions on weekends when the pavilions are available, minus the Arts Pavilion. Shane, if we don't do this now, can a committee do that down the road and just add that? Is that something you would have to advertise then, or not?
No, resolution can be adopted at any time.
So it won't affect that, like any other added
Correct.
expense? Okay, so we can do that down the road.
Yeah, we just have to put it together.
Okay,
We probably just do it when we decide on the fire department stuff.
that's fine.
Any further comments, questions? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes.
Next on my agenda would be Resolution 2015-39, which addresses the police pension contribution for 2016. I'll read the resolution, a resolution requiring that each employed full-time police officer of the Borough of Emmaus, hereinafter referred to as an active member of the Emmaus Police Pension Plan, as a condition of participation in the plan, must contribute on an after-tax basis 1.9% of the participant's compensation into the Emmaus Police Pension Plan, effective January 1st, 2016. I'll make that into the form of a motion.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes.
Next would be, we need to amend the minimum municipal obligation for the employee pension plan. We originally adopted the MMO, and with the new actuarial report, it shows a minor increase of approximately $3,000, and we'd like to amend it to pay that $3,000 increase in 2016. We would like to look, someone would like to look farther into the police pension contribution, the police MMO for 2016, but we would like to amend the non-uniform.
And you're placing that in the form of a
MMO.
motion?
Yes, ma'am, I'll make that in the form of a motion.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shubsta. Discussion? All those in favor? We have 6 ayes.
I believe we've dealt with ordinance number 1133 and ordinance number 1134, and with that, I can report progress.
Thank you. Community Relations, Planning and Development, Mr. Brown.
Nothing for official action. The charrette for the Southwest Lehigh County Comprehensive Plan will be taking place at Macungie Community Center January 5th and 6th. January 5th is 7 p.m. January 6th is, I believe, 3 p.m. Again, that's a charrette is basically a group of community leaders and influential people that are in the community that get together to come up with ideas for the Southwest Lehigh County comprehensive plan. Besides that, I will report progress.
Thank you. Personal appeals, part 2. Anyone with a personal appeal, please step forward, sign in, state your name and address for the record, and you have 5 minutes. Hearing none. Borough Manager's report, Mr. Pepe. What do you mean, no?
You have no report? Significant revenue and expense items for the first half of December are in your binders if you have any questions on that. Otherwise, I'm going to report progress. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for the manager?
No.
No? None? Mr. Holsafer, front and center, please.
Front and center.
Front and center. I love saying that. I'm good at giving orders.
She is good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll ask Ron. I'll ask Ron.
Yeah, he'll tell you. He runs when I give him orders. We have for you, as an outgoing councilman, this is a recognition of unrivaled dedication and service to the citizens of the Borough Council, the mayor, and staff. I want to thank you for your 8 years of loyalty, hard work, and most of all, your friendship. Done this 21st day of December, 2015. We're going to miss you, and thank you for still sitting in for me. I have nothing else under President's business. Mr. Brown.
Along the lines there with Mr. Holtsaver, I was waiting for this time, you know.
You want to yell at him?
Yeah, because he yells at everybody. And, no, you know what? I come to know Mr. Holtsaver for the past 8 years, and you know, Brian, I got to know you. It was crazy when we go campaigning. They would say, "Well, how did a Republican and Democrat get together? And how does this all work?" And the one thing is I know your heart, and your heart is to help people, and you're passionate about doing those things through this community, through what you do here, what you volunteer, what you do at your school. Even the thing that I thought was liberal, the Fresh Air Fund, I'm like, what is this liberal? But it's a thing that helps communities and kids. Getting to know you, I got to know your heart, and the one thing that people don't recognize sometimes is everybody here, their goal is to serve their community. And Brian, you did a nice job in the past 8 years, through the highs and through the lows, man. You did a great job. So thanks for your friendship. Thanks for your, just kind of being there, bouncing things off of each other. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. I have nothing else. We need no executive session, no nothing, other than a motion to adjourn.
We're not giving you one.
As the outgoing council member,
He can make the second too.
Mr. Holtsaver makes a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Lavenberg. Discussion. All those in favor? We have 6 ayes. We are adjourned at 7:50. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.